So I just got this finished, but today we're going to do some mods already. One is pretty much a free mod. You're going to need some wire, a spade connector, and that's pretty much it, and some tools to do it. If you noticed, my LED running lights are not working, and I knew that because I checked them earlier on because I couldn't get them to work. And I know they both work because I wired power straight to the lights and they turn on. So this is actually a mod I wanted to do, but since they're not working, this is actually going to make them work, and they're going to stay on all the time. So this is a mod to make the running lights stay on all the time, because normally they're only on when your parking brake's off and your headlights are off. So once you turn your headlights on, they go out, or if you have the parking brake on, they're out. So what we're going to do is we're wiring them into a 12-volt power source inside the fuse box that contains the fuse for them. And the reason I know they're not working right is the conditions they're supposed to be working in. If I check power at the fuse for them, there is no power coming into the fuse. It's just not even sending a signal. So I think when this accident happened, it ripped the wires out of one and ripped the plug off the other. I think it might have fried something in the module that tells them to turn on. And I am not replacing that just because of that, because that's the only thing on this that is not working besides the tire pressure sensors. So you got to get down deep a little bit to get to these, but I'm going to show you inside the battery box. So first, you're going to take that off. There's a box down in here. So you have to take this panel off, and you also have to take this panel off. So I'm going to pop all these clips off, hopefully not break any. I mean, they're all ones I replaced anyways, to get into this one where your DRL wires are at. And then there's also an empty relay spot inside this box that has a 12-volt power source with the ignition. So it's an ignition power source. So as soon as you turn power onto the car, these LEDs are going to turn on. You have to cut a couple wires, but you can do a clean install. I'm going to go through it with you. And then there's another mod we're going to do today. I got Plastidip, and we are doing our wheels in a different color. And I like these wheels, don't get me wrong. I would leave them the way they are, but I don't know if you guys seen these things up close. I bought these really cheap because they are just curved to heck and back, and some of them even have chunks. I think it's the other one over here is probably the worst one. Yes, as you can see, that's just the paint is gone. So all four of them are curved like that. And we will eventually be powder coating these. My buddy has a powder coating business, so they will be powder coated eventually. But I'm not taking the tires off right now to go through that whenever I'm going to have to put tires on this eventually. Then we'll get them powder coated. And I'll also put new tire pressure sensors in at the time. Hopefully we can get them to work. Alright, so once you get this box pulled up out, there's a couple clips, pull them, this comes out like this. It's a fuse box down in there. And as you can see, I'm pretty sure daytime running lights are on here somewhere. Yeah. DRL right there. They are actually this one right here. And then it comes out of there and goes to the daytime running lights. Wow, I get no power on that whatsoever. So right here on this plug, okay, so on this plug on the back side here, you have a red and a beige wire right here. That's your daytime running lights. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut those, splice them both together, and then up here there is a 12-volt power source on this empty relay housing. So what you do is you got to take a spade connector and you're going to have to cut it down just a little bit. And it should fit right inside there. I'm going to have to file it down a little bit more. Alright, so it's the top right one in there. As you can see, spade connector's in there. It's in, well, there, it's in tight now the whole way. And we're going to run it over here and splice it into these two, and that's that. I'm just going to use one of these solder shrink connectors. Actually, that's going to be too small, I believe. We're going to go with the big ones. The big one, and this one solders and shrink wraps to seal it tight, and we should be good to go then. That was a very easy, simple mod to do. It worked. Now my DRLs work, and I don't have to worry about trying to figure out why they don't work. This is the way I wanted them to work anyways, so I'm happy with that. So whatever is fried in the computer or whatever got messed up during the accident, I'm not worried about it now. So DRLs will be on all the time, whether the headlights are on or off. As long as the power is on, the ignition, they have power and they turn on. So it's pretty neat. I seen one other video about that. It was pretty descriptive. It was good. And I've also read it in the forums. A lot of people do that. So I like it that way. So they didn't work at all yesterday. I messed with them a little bit. So anyways, next part of this video, we're going to be dipping these wheels. So I need to get this thing on the lift, get all the wheels off, clean them up the best we can. I'm not telling you guys what color we're doing them yet, but they're not going to be black. I'll just put it that way. Now, I just saved you guys a whole bunch of time by cleaning these up and putting the index cards on, so they are ready to spray. Now, this dip kit I got comes with 4 cans of the black regular Plastidip. That's your base coat. Then 3 coats of this dip pearl, which is a color of my choice, all mixed up in the can. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. You got to get it on pretty evenly with these pearl coats. But this kit also comes with a dip dissolver and a little bottle, and it comes with pre-dip spray to prep your wheels. I prep mine with brake cleaner because they're pretty chipped up, and I had to sand some spots around the edges and stuff. This kit also comes with these bags, if you're going to do them on the car, to put over your brake calipers. You just leave the wheel on and get it tucked back in behind the wheel and cover up your brake calipers, so you don't have to worry about getting Plastidip all over it. So that's pretty nice. Now I'm only on my second can, and that's only the first coat with the second can. I still have 2 more cans of black and then 3 cans of the pearl. Right now I'm laying on thick coats because the first 2 you lay down light so that it's like a tack coat that makes it stick, and then after that you lay it on thick, and that's what I'm doing right now, and it's looking really good so far. I'm still worried about this pearl coat because I don't know how even it goes on, but we're gonna find out. Spirit fingers. But I'll go through a couple more coats here with you before we start laying down the pearl coats. All 4 cans are on this. I need to let this dry. As you can see, some areas are still shiny and wet, so we need to wait for those to flash off, and then we're going to get into the top coats. I'm excited. I'm excited. This is Plastidip's pure gold alloy metallic alloy, something like that. I still have about half of this can, and then I have a whole nother can. They say 3 coats for best coverage. I think I can get 4 coats, but it comes out like you can see the flake spreading as it comes out, like that. It's got actual like gold flake in it, and it just looks really good. So gold white car, I think they're gonna look good. And you know what, I actually saw pictures of a white one with the same exact wheels done in the same exact color, and I really liked it. So that's why I chose this color. So with that, now I look like a hot boy, but that's going to be the end of this episode. Next episode, I'm going to go over all the costs and stuff associated with the Z, and I'll do a cost breakdown and how much I have in it, because it's a lot more than I expected it to be. I'll just tell you that much right now. Not too shabby. Oh my God. So if you like this episode, smash that like button, consider subscribing, hit that dislike button if your mom's into hot boys. And we'll see you on the next episode of Rex. What are you doing? Hey.
chilling on mommy's lap again? So sleepy. What? Don't bug him while he's on his... Oh. Well, hello there. I'd like to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. That's when you're supposed to run or hang up. Say bye-bye.